It looks like somebody's taking action in Cleveland. The pressure is finally getting to Kevin Stefanski about why Joe Flacco continues to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Why? Just why? Just why? And Mary Cabot, a beat writer for the Cleveland Browns, she's reporting that Kevin Stefanski is finally ready to bench Joe Flacco in favor of Dillion Gabriel. Like I said, I predicted this. I predicted by week 5, Joe Flacco wouldn't be the starter anymore. And I said by week 10-ish. I ain't going to exactly predict the exact week, but I'm going to say by week 10-ish, Shedeur Sanders will get his chance to shine too. Yes, Shedeur Sanders.
His time is coming, huh?
He will get his time to shine. And I can see things happening before it even happens. That's how good I am analyzing football.
That's how you get interceptions too. You picture the play before it happened.
It's called anticipation. So I see things before it ever happens. And let's check it out. Kevin Stefanski won't stand by Joe Flacco as the Browns starting quarterback ahead of a London trip. In that London trip, they play the Minnesota Vikings. Shedeur Sanders get ready. Dillion Gabriel get ready. The competition is still on. The competition has not stopped. And now these young men are playing to stop the Cleveland Browns from drafting another quarterback in the first round of the next upcoming draft. Yeah, man, I want to see what these young men could do, man. I want to see what these young men could do. But the conversation to bench Joe Flacco, man, it has to be coming from the boss man. The boss man and the boss lady, because I feel like Stefanski was ready to ride out with Flacco as a starter the entire season. For some reason, he was confident on the podium talking about keeping Joe Flacco as a starter and not worrying about the offensive issues because it wasn't about one person. And that never made sense unless Joe Flacco was winning games. And he is not winning games. Even when the Browns win a football game, Flacco didn't look like a winner. He didn't look like a winner. He looked like he was a part of the problems that, made the games close. You understand? Like
that was defense. That was defensive special teams right there, blocking field goals, getting interceptions.
Exactly. Just because you win doesn't mean there wasn't a lot of problems that happened, and Joe Flacco was a part of the problem when they won. He looked like he was just out there on the football field when the Cleveland Browns was winning. And when Dillion Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders finally get their chance to play, understand there will be some ups and there will be some downs. So be prepared. I know everyone is going to, go bananas. As soon as Dillion Gabriel throw an interception, as soon as he gets sacked, as soon as something unfortunately happened, a strip fumble, strip sack, But there's one issue that I thought about that I'm scared of with Kevin Stefanski, that he may try to pull off. One issue, and I know nobody has thought about this one issue yet.
Just that.
That's why y'all come to say what needs to be said. There's one more wrinkle that Kevin Stefanski can throw in everybody's face who loves Shedeur Sanders or believes in Shedeur Sanders and his talent as, a quarterback. And that one wrinkle, oh man, this is hurting me right here, even say this. That one wrinkle is make Dillion Gabriel the starter and also make Joe Flacco the backup. Still leaving Shedeur Sanders as the third quarterback. So if that happens, man, I'm gonna lose my mind. And it's for damn sure it's time for Shedeur Sanders to get the hell up out of Cleveland if Kevin Stefanski pulls some BS like that. And man, I could see it happening. Boy, I sure hope it doesn't happen. Give Joe Flacco a chance to teach them whatever he could teach them during live games, and him on the sideline and the mics, and being that mentor, that older veteran presence that can help groom and grow these quarterbacks. I just hope that don't happen. I hope they are moving on from Flacco and realize Joe Flacco is a thing of the past, man.
Flacco got to get in the back of the bus, man. You was already with the driver. Now you got to get in the back of the bus.
You got to get on the back of the bus, you know. And I talked about Kevin Stefanski not being scared of his job security because of the way he was moving and things like that with the Joe Flacco situation. And I may not be as accurate as I thought I was with his job security, right? With Kevin Stefanski, because Kevin Stefanski's job security may not be as safe as I thought it was. And like I said, the beat writer Mary Cabot and Stefanski have a great dialogue, and everything that's going on with the Cleveland Browns, right?
Right.
But for Kevin Stefanski to leak that he is in favor of benching Joe Flacco for Dillion Gabriel makes me believe this was a demand, because I truly believe Kevin Stefanski doesn't believe in Dillion Gabriel like that. He didn't really want to put Dillion Gabriel on the field too fast, or really at all. And like I said, Kevin Stefanski and Mary Cabot, they got a really good dialogue, and he leaked that to her on purpose, because maybe the boss man coming down hard on Kevin Stefanski and telling him it's time to make a change at quarterback, or whatever the issue may be. But I don't believe that Kevin Stefanski really believes in Dillion Gabriel like that, and he is trying to protect him. But for right now, you got to put him on the football field. Got to see what he can do. You have to see what they could do. Because think about it, right? In the preseason, as soon as Dillion Gabriel put some good film on tape, he took Dillion Gabriel right out of the game. You know, like he was trying, like he had enough film to justify any decisions he was going to make with Dillion Gabriel moving ahead, you know, in the future for the Cleveland Browns. And that was, you know, obviously making Dillion Gabriel the backup quarterback. You know, it looked like Kevin Stefanski was looking for the perfect time to put Dillion Gabriel at an advantage in that competition and get Shedeur Sanders, while putting Shedeur Sanders at a disadvantage. And we all seen that last preseason game, who had the advantage and who had the disadvantage. Shedeur Sanders was playing with 5 offensive linemen, and 4 of them got cut. I was expecting Dillion Gabriel to come back in the third quarter, you know, after having a pretty good first half, and see how he adjusts and play after cooling down and having to bounce back and come back in the second half. But I guess Kevin Stefanski felt like he showed enough film, good enough film to not have to play him no more. And that was justifiable for him. It's crazy to see how many people feel so comfortable talking about Shedeur Sanders in an unpleasant manner, man, and get away with it. The disrespect should not be allowed, especially without any repercussions, right?
Right.
And if y'all haven't heard Rex Ryan,
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy, or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
Rex Ryan talking crazy about Shedeur Sanders, and he going off. You know, they on this big platform, ESPN, and he think just because he was an ex-head coach or something, it's okay for him to blast Shedeur and be all aggressive, talking crazy about Shedeur. And he isn't even playing right now. He's the 3rd string quarterback. And he trying to blast off on Shedeur Sanders about how he stands, the way he crosses arms, him not studying the playbook. Like, he knows if he's studying and what he's doing around the facilities. Even if someone is telling him, you know, these type of things, he still doesn't know,
right.
You know? And I think it's just crazy that the people take those stands to react the way they do when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, man. And I understand, man, it's clickbait and you get views talking about him, but it's starting to look disgusting. He's not even playing. If he was at least playing, you could justify, you know, talking about him, you know, but he's not even on the football field. Man, there are so many other players to criticize instead of Shedeur that are actually playing. Other quarterbacks, not Shedeur. For what?
It's the first time in history you've seen something like this, man. That third string quarterback just get like criticized for everything he do. Like it's like I ain't never seen nothing like this in life. In
Never
NFL history.
in life, in the history of the NFL, we have never seen anything like this. Where a 5th round quarterback got all the attention, pretty much. Every week he's being talked about. We never seen a situation like this, right? But there's always, something new popping up. This is a new thing that's going on in the NFL. Shedeur Sanders, is he going to play this year? I believe so. Is he going to be able to show that he's supposed to be there and be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns? I sure hope so. Only time will tell, and we waiting to support and root for Shedeur Sanders. Let's go, Shedeur. We're waiting. Dillion Gabriel up next. Dillion Gabriel up first. So let's see what Dillion Gabriel could do.